Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Big Case. Welcome to episode 12 of Wrestling Talk Radio, where we talk everything and anything wrestling. We've got a big show coming up for y'all tonight, man. We're going to be discussing a lot this coming Sunday's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. We're going to be talking about NXT TAKEOVER. Oh, man, if TAKEOVER Vengeance Day, y'all. I'm telling you, do yourselves a favor, go back and watch it. I think I'm putting it in my, and I know I'm trying to, I know I'm saying a lot, but I'm going to put that in my top 10 of all NXT takeovers. I mean, that was a great show from start to finish. And the ending, you just got to see the ending. I'm not going to give too much away, but we'll talk about the ending on the show. But I need y'all to go back and watch it yourselves. But before we get started, a couple of shout outs. WFSB 91, my homeboy Fuego Buit, shout out to the team. The show's going to be up on the network soon. I know I keep saying that show every show that we do, but he's taking care of some business outside of his podcast or whatever. So it's gonna come together soon. We just don't know when, but y'all keep the lookout, keep y'all updated. Also, shout out to Holly Street 96, my boy Dietrich, my homeboy Trevor Ward. Shout out to them, man. I don't know, I haven't seen them do anything lately, but but shout out to them. You know, Dietrich and Trevor, they always coming on the show. Bless him. Trevor, I need to get Trevor back on the show. Trevor ain't been back on in a minute. Trevor is all behind on NXT. I got to get him caught up. But Dietrich is up today. We got to get you back on the show, man. That one show you came on, we definitely appreciate having you on, man. But, yeah, so definitely we'll have them back on the show. Oh, also, I know I missed this point. Make sure y'all go follow us on the Instagram. And also make sure y'all like us on Facebook as well. I try to keep the page updated as much as I can with all the latest news regarding WWE, NXT, Ring of Honor, all that's going on, AEW. So I try to keep that page updated as much as I can. So make sure y'all go like those pages on Instagram and Facebook. And make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button so y'all get notifications when we go live or when I post content to the YouTube channel. So, and I think everybody, I appreciate all the love that we're getting from the show. Everybody who's tuning in, who was watching. I really do appreciate y'all. Thank every single one of y'all, man. But let's get the intros out the way. I got two missing right now. They're going to be on later in regards to the regular crew. But I'm going to introduce my regular crew, and then my other special guest that we brought back for another week. First of all, we're going to start out with Lucas. What up, bruh?
What's good? Fuck y'all. That's all I'm going to say.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, everybody. A little incident occurred in our group chat before we decided to hop on. So I'm a little irritated with the boys right now.
You should be proud of that, bro.
Man, listen. I don't need my business being put out like that, all
right? We'll talk after the show, Lucas. We'll talk after the show. We're not going to bring this on here. We're going to be professionals on this show.
Oh, you're damn right we're not bringing shit up.
Yeah, we're going to bring shit up. Yeah, actually, I'm going to mute his and I'll cut his camera off. Then we'll talk about it.
You ain't cutting shit.
Also, fella! Ricky, what's good with you?
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? I am your resident redheaded wrestling recapper. I am not in any way a financial advisor. Do not take financial advice from me. Take wrestling watching advice from anybody on this show.
Will do, Ricky, as always. And then my homeboy T Wells, he came on last week as a special guest. So, and the fellas, we brought him up in the group chat for all our fuckery. And Chris said, add him to the chat. I said, all right, we'll add Tim to the chat. Because Tim was on the last show, and I'm telling y'all, it's probably one of our favorite shows next to the Trey show that we had, which is the funniest ass show we've ever had. But if y'all just go back and watch the Trey show, I promise you won't get disappointed. But Lucas watches that almost every other week, and we still get week off of that. Anyways, we brought T back to the show. T, what's good with you, man?
What's up, y'all? T Wales, a.k.a. my kids call me Dad, a.k.a. the host of the Stats Don't Lie podcast. Y'all check us out on YouTube. We just had a special interview with my first two professional athletes on the show, so come check it out. Pleasure to be back on. I love these guys. I love wrestling. I love talking with these guys, and I can't wait to start some, what do you call it? Fuckery? Is that what we said?
The fuckery.
There we go.
Yeah. Tim sees how our group chat goes. I think we added Tim like last week, I think.
Bro, I ain't had so many messages in my phone in a long time. Wifey's in bed like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, look, I don't know.
Look, group chat popping off. That's what's
I
going
can't
on.
tell you. I can't tell you.
My girlfriend, she's like, every time I'm around you, she's like, are you still talking to the Wrestling Talk dudes? I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
That's all we talk. Everyday thing.
I say it's an all day. I said, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all keep my
never
work day
ends.
Y'all
Never
keep
one.
my
doesn't.
Y'all keep my work day alive, man. It'd be boring at work. But if it wasn't for y'all, man, I swear it'd be so boring at work. Y'all keep the conversation going. And we only not just talk wrestling. I mean, everything that's going on with sports too. We talk about that. So it's in their life in general.
Yeah, so we talk about a whole lot, don't we? Huh?
Moving forward.
There's our first camera cut out of the night.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Right.
Anyways,
right.
Chris and Cap, my usual squad, they'll be on later on the show with their fuckery they'll bring on. But they'll come on later. They're both taking care of a little bit of business. But anyways, we're gonna start off tonight. New Japan Pro Wrestling. As y'all know, Ricky's our resident New Japan Pro Wrestling expert. Ricky, what's going on, man? What's the latest in New Japan for us, brother?
So the biggest New Japan news as of late is not even necessarily New Japan. It kind of is, and I'll get to it in a second, but it's actually more AEW than anything else. Obviously, AEW has started integrating themselves into other shows and other promotions, which is going to be a huge deal moving forward. And as of late, the biggest thing that they did was they actually brought in a guy by the name of Kenta, who for a long time has been looking to fight a guy by the name of Jon Moxley. They actually had a tag team match, Jon Moxley and Lance Archer against Kenta and Kenny Omega on Dynamite a few weeks ago, which is part of their build-up to their New Beginning USA show, which is happening this weekend. The big main event of that show is the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship match between Jon Moxley, the champion, and Kenta. And as we all know, Jon Moxley's MO throughout his entire career has always been long U.S. title reigns with minimal, if any, defenses. So this is a nice change of pace. In addition to that, next month, they're going to be having their New Japan Cup tournament, which is a single elimination tournament, a little bit different than the G1. But the winner of that tournament typically, if I'm not mistaken, gets an IWGP Heavyweight Championship match at the next pay-per-view after that, which is Sakura Genesis, which usually happens in April. And for the time being, Tetsuya Naito actually has a slight bit of an injury, but he should still be on a show at the end of the month, challenging Kota Ibushi for the IWGP Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. That's all I got.
All right, Ricky, man. Question for you, though. I remember we brought it up in the group chat. What's going on? I'm trying to get caught up on New Japan Pro Wrestling. Obviously, you watch it more than I do, but I know I had mentioned something to you in the group chat in regards to a rumor of them unifying the the Intercontinental and the Heavyweight Championship. But I know you told me you wouldn't be excited about that, and you said you should keep them separate. Is there anything further in discussion in regards to that, or is that just a rumor?
I mean, we'll see when Naito takes on Ibushi for the IC title. I personally don't think it would be a good move because it gives people more stuff to work with. I think if they're going to have the U.S. title defended on U.S. soil more frequently with their American expansion plan that they have, I think they'll separate them again. But I just don't see them unifying them. I think the Intercontinental title has been around for too long at this point. It's got too much of a storied lineage. It's a great upper card title that guys can fight for. That's not necessarily one of the never open weight belts. And once the U.S. title kind of goes more towards the United States, it's going to make sense for them to have another championship for people to fight for. So I don't think it's going to happen. Don't necessarily want it to happen, but if it happens, it happens. But I trust Gato's booking. He's going to do it right. I'm sure whatever happens with that belt and the heavyweight belt, it's going to be fine.
Okay. All right, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've definitely been reading about that, and then I actually like the New Japan Pro Wrestling page on Facebook, and I keep checking it out and everything. I know I tag you in everything that I see on the page. I was like, Ricky, check this out. Check this out. Anything you heard about this? I always tag him and Cap in regards to that because I know they keep up more than I do. So, but Ricky, thank you as always.
Hey, let me ask Ricky a question because I've been trying to get into some New Japan stuff. This Okada character, isn't he going?
What about him?
Isn't he coming to AEW or something or Impact or something?
So
or doesn't he want to come?
So per Dave Meltzer, Okada is on his way.
Right.
For shit.
On his way where, we don't know. On his way when, we don't know. But allegedly, according to Dave Meltzer, Okada is going to be at some point in a U.S. promotion here relatively soon.
Yeah, I like Okada.
That said, no other details, not really sure. But, I mean, if you've never really watched Okada, he's basically the John Cena of New Japan.
Yeah.
He's been around for the better part of a decade, and he's been the heavyweight champ, I think, almost every year, if not every year, since 2012. Like, the dude's just been around forever, and some of his – I mean, everybody knows the whole story with him and Kenny Omega, but then you have matches such as his feud with Tanahashi, his match with Shibata, his matches with Naito, his matches all across – his matches with AJ Styles when AJ Styles was in New Japan, his match with Finn Balor, who at the time was Fergal Devitt and who was the original leader of Bullet Club, as many people know. You know, he's one of the best talents in the world from an in-ring perspective in many people's estimation. I would personally agree. I don't know if I would call him the best in the world, but he's absolutely top tier across the globe. So if you haven't gotten the chance to watch, there's a plethora of matches of his to check out.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's our New Japan Pro Wrestling update from Ricky. Ricky, thank you as always.
Thank you.
I seen the comment section. We got a couple of comments. Free high five. I think I would beat Lucas in a wrestling match.
Oh, I'm sure he would. I'm sure.
Hold on, we got somebody coming in. Is this Chris? Yeah, this is Chris.
There he is. Oh,
there he is. Yo, Chris. What's good with your brother? Welcome to the show.
Yo, sorry I'm a little late, man. I had to be a dad, man. You know what I'm saying? It can't be fuck these kids all the time.
I we're being professional.
Yeah, but Chris, you didn't really miss anything. We just finished our intros. Ricky just did a New Japan Pro Wrestling update. Let us know.
And on that note, Keith, I actually do have to head out. So, gentlemen, I bid you a bon voyage. I will talk to you next time.
Hey, Rick, am I seeing you Sunday?
Yes, sir.
All right, then that's good for me.
Sweet. See you later.
All right, bro. See you.
All right. Thank you, Ricky. All right, so Ricky's out. So, with that being said, Chris, you didn't miss anything. Like I said, he just updated us in regards to the New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now we're gonna kick it off with our talk about the NXT Takeover Vengeance Day pay-per-view. I'm telling y'all right now, and we were all talking about it in the group chat. We were blown away in regards to how good of a pay-per-view is. I mean, NXT has always done some great takeovers, but even with this pandemic going on, and I know they've done a few takeovers since the pandemic started, I think this is one of the best takeovers
since the pandemic
started. Thank you, Lucas. I think it's one of the best ones they've done since the pandemic started. So I shout out to NXT, man. I gotta give them a round of applause, man. That was damn good show on Sunday. I mean,
it was such good shit.
Thank you. As Vince McMahon would say, it was such good shit.
Hey, Tim, I like that painting, bro.
Hey, thanks, bro. You know, wifey's got it hanging up in the room. I had to come upstairs today. So.
Oh, damn. So she had to let you know that's her shit. I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, NXT taking with all the so the big winners of the night, Gargano Kushida match for the NXT North American title. I think, and I know everybody's gonna have their different, and I'm gonna let y'all speak y'all piece in regards to this. I think, to me, honestly, that was my favorite match of the night. I enjoyed that match of all the matches. That was a 25-minute match. I like the way Kushida worked over Gargano's arm. I mean, he told a story. Gargano sold the injury the entire match. Great sound technical wrestling. That was an awesome match. I mean, I'm going to put that up there. That's going to go a match of the year candidate so far. I mean, that's probably going to be one of the ones up there. Also, the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Men and Women's Tag Team Classic. MSK defeated the Grizzled Young Veterans. Oh, my God. What a match. What a match.
That was my favorite match.
That was my favorite match, too. The men's Dusty Classic final. And I'm so happy MSK won, too.
Yeah, that MSK match against Grizzled Young, that was a good match. And then the women's final, was a good match too.
It was good for where they put it on the show to start the night off.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like.
It was a good intro match. It was a good starter match.
That's the one thing I do like about NXT in regards to how they set the cards up. They always do it in a point to where, hey, we're gonna put this match first to start out. It's like almost a tease. It's kind of like what they did with TakeOver New Orleans. They opened the match. They opened the TakeOver with the six-man ladder match for the North American title. That was just to get you started. That was like the appetizer.
No, the thing is though, like I think if there's a live crowd, like a sold out live crowd for that takeover, that women's match would have gotten a lot of pops. I feel like, and a lot of awesome chants for sure.
It definitely would. And I feel that the right team did win. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez won the women's side, so they're gonna get a shot at the women's tag team titles. And actually, that match is taking place March 3rd on NXT. They came out. They did the trophy presentation last night for both the men and women's, and Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler showed up on NXT, talking shit and basically, let them know about the the upcoming match on March 3rd. So I'm gonna shock y'all. I honestly think they're gonna pull a shocker. I think Gonzalez and Kai win the titles.
And kind of jump from Raw.
I do see
and
that.
Jump from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT defending the title.
Let's do it. I mean, there's never been an NXT women. I mean, there's never been. I mean, outside. I mean, there's been.
There haven't been women in NXT that have won the women's tag team titles. I get what you're saying.
Exactly. I think they're gonna pull the trigger on this one. Why not?
Why not have them jump across all three brands and defend the titles? There's a lot of tag teams like for the women's division that can go up against them too.
Yes, sir. I mean, that can set up a lot of matches. And I think Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to be involved in some way with the WWE Raw Women's title around Mania. So it's like March 3rd. So that's like
probably not Nia. Maybe Shayna, if anything.
Maybe Shayna. They're setting something up. And I think the best way to do that, take the titles off of them. So that would be the best way to set that up. But I do think they're going to pull the trigger on that. MSK is challenging Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch on March 3rd for the NXT tag team titles.
Right.
I believe they're going to be I believe MSK win the titles that night too.
Do you think it's too soon to put the titles on them though?
No, absolutely not.
Right. No.
You just
I don't either.
Like the thing is though, Chris, you just had them
from a standpoint on that. Do you think so? That's all.
You had them win the Dusty Cup just now. Why wouldn't you keep the push going?
I agree.
Their momentum's at an all-time high. Might as well keep them tag titles.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to pull it.
Either they get them on the March 3rd edition, or they get them at the next takeover.
Yeah, we don't know the next takeover because I know it was WrestleMania weekend. I know it's going on in April, but
kind of build up MSK a little more before you put the titles on them. Have them make lose once, and then get them at the next takeover.
Don't be surprised. The grizzled young veterans are gonna get the NXT tag team titles eventually down the road,
but not right now.
Not right now. Not right now. They've lost back-to-back years in the Dusty Road Classic final. I'm like, eventually they're gonna get the titles. Not now, but I think MSK, while they're hot, you got to strike.
If MSK does win the titles indeed soon, I could see the grizzled young vets being the first team that challenges them.
Exactly. Give me a rematch with them two teams. I'll watch that.
Right.
Hell yeah. Give them a rematch. You put it on that takeover show.
Right.
That'd be awesome. Because I think I haven't seen the tag team titles defended at an NXT takeover show in a long time.
It's been a while because the
Imperium still have them, right? Imperial still have them, right?
No, Imperial lost them. No, Danny Burch and
Only people are part of Imperium. I'm just fucking stupid.
No,
Imperium did have them for a while, and that travel ban was going on for a while, so they couldn't get here to the States to defend them. That's why we didn't see them.
Yeah, is that travel ban still going on, or what's going on with that? Is it?
No, I think it's because didn't Moxley just show up in Japan recently?
Yeah, it's good now.
Oh, it's good now.
Yeah, Moxley just showed up in Japan recently, didn't he?
I think your boy's coming over from England too, or what's his name? Devlin.
Oh, Jordan.
I love Devlin, bro.
I think he shows up next week.
To confront
Escobar? I'm calling it. I think he shows up next week.
And Escobar's
going to get murdered without that.
Escobar's going to get murdered next week. Oh God, it's not going to be good. Yeah, Brock's going to kill him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
He's definitely going to kill. The feud was kind of a weird feud. I don't know if they're doing something to keep Cross busy until the NXT title. Well, we're gonna get to that in a minute.
I believe they're not trying to put him in anything strenuous due to that shoulder, so they're just bringing him along. Whatever. They still make sure that his name is creating that buzz and that he's still being taken seriously. But I think they're not going to put him in such a high big feud right off the bat. I think they want to protect their investment because you got to understand Cross is probably one of the best things going in NXT. You put him up there with the Adam Coles and the fans and the upper echelons of NXT. Though you want to protect that investment.
But at the same time, putting him in a match with Escobar at the same time they're not going to have him squash Escobar. I get he's a cruiserweight champion, but he's not going to get squashed. I honestly believe they're going to try to make Escobar look as good as possible, and maybe kind of get his name a little more out there.
I kind of agree, Lucas.
Like the way Buddy Murphy looked when he fought Roman Reigns.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Cross is going to try to make him look as good as possible.
I totally agree with that because I think people have forgotten about the Cruiserweight Championship, but I think this is a way to make it more seem like it's.
I wouldn't even say that because I think Escobar soon eventually drops that Cruiserweight title. I don't think he needs it. He should probably go after something else.
Yeah, he's had the title for too long. What the tournament was last June?
He's really dope, bro. He's really dope, though.
Yeah.
He's really
Legado
dope.
del Fantasma. I like that.
When it comes to Karrion Kross, I'm obviously huge with wrestling figures. I can tell you there hasn't been anybody that's came out that I could think of in the past 5 years, even Adam Cole, that didn't have a basic figure. Now, the basic figures, for those of you that don't know, are just a regular $10, not much articulation figures. They don't really put much into them. They just throw some gear on them and put them out. The Karrion Kross's first figure was an elite figure, bro. That says a lot about how fast they're trying to push this guy into the mainstream, how great they think he is. Like, they're already getting his elite figures out ready to go before anything else. I mean, he got a figure before what's his name? I can't think of his name, but so he's got an elite figure already. That shows a lot about what they're trying to do with that guy.
But that also goes to show like that man's resume. I mean, his name is out there.
Yeah.
Like everybody knew who Karrion Kross was before he even showed up.
Exactly. And the people who watch Impact Wrestling, y'all knew he was there. You got to
throw that in there too. Like you don't want his name to subtle. You already changed it.
Yeah, I mean,
Karrion Kross isn't bad either. I mean, Killer Kross would obviously be better, but
yeah, but you know what? It grows on you after a while, but
it could be.
Yeah, well, Kevin Steen still is better than Kevin Owens, but hey, look where we're at.
Yeah, Karrion Kross's entrance is one of the best entrances I have ever seen.
And
his theme music too. His theme music. Once the crowd comes back too,
and Scarlet. Lord have mercy,
man.
Oh, whew.
Definitely Scarlet.
When the crowds start coming back, I can't wait to see how loud
that's gonna be a pop, man. Can you see how the crowd's gonna go nuts when he comes out?
That fall and pray chant's gonna be.
Man, that's gonna be incredible, man. Also, another thing, the women's match, the match between Toni Storm, Io Shirai, and Mercedes Martinez.
I don't want to talk about that match, bro. I don't
want to talk about that match. It was an average match. It's just bad. Tony didn't win the title.
I'm big mad, bro.
Tony's gonna get the title. I think Toni Storm's gonna get the title eventually because they showed on Wednesday. I think Io Shirai was at a photo shoot or something.
Yeah,
and they showed Toni attacking her. That storyline is gonna continue, and I think eventually Tony's gonna get the title, and I think Io Shirai is gonna end up moving up.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna end because Io Shirai has had a great title run.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that Io just doesn't excite me that much. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way.
I got a mixed bag. I mean, she's okay. I mean, it's just she's not a dominant champion, but I mean,
I'll put it to you this way: the minute I found out she excited me was when she did a moonsault right off a War Game.
Yeah,
that was tough.
That was dope. That was dope.
And I still have that damn video clip of her doing it too. The whole crowd was going apeshit.
That was dope. Now, the main event was the NXT title between Pete Dunne and Finn Balor. Another match of the year candidate. Oh my God, man. That match had everything you would want out of it, man. That was definitely, I had been waiting for those two to go at it for a very long time. And that match, oh my God. I mean, I can't wait to see what Dave Meltzer gets. He's probably going to give like a 3.5.
Do we want to talk about the match? I just read
the article. I just read the article. Finn said he thought he was going to be in NXT for 3 months.
I saw that.
Yeah, I read that too, Chris.
And then all this coming in. And then you know what? And so when you say that's a match of the year candidate, Finn has been putting on some great matches in NXT since he's been back there.
Yes.
Real talk.
You know what?
You know what? For him to say he thought it was going to be a 3 month. This is really
revives his career.
And you know what though? I'm gonna tell you this: what really kind of kept him in NXT, that heel turn.
Thank you. I love the heel turn. The way it was done was perfect.
Because when we saw that article just what, like probably an hour ago, where he said, "I thought it was going to be a 3-month trial." Look what happened within the first 3 months of him, thinking this. He turned heel. Everybody loved it. It created a whole buzz around the internet, and everybody was talking.
And no one saw him turning heel. No one saw. Yo, I'm telling you, when we said we didn't see that coming at all, no one saw that coming at all. We were all shocked.
Put it in, I think, his top 5, if I recall.
Yeah, because Balor was never Balor had been a heel previously in like Bullet
Club
before,
but
never in been WWE he always been a face.
Well, he was a heel when he was the Prince.
Well, yes, that's what we're saying. He's never been a heel on like the WWE NXT scene, is what we're trying to say. And it's going good with him because you can't really tell if he's a heel or a face, motherfucker.
It definitely fits his character because he's changed his whole character, and it definitely fits him. I like this side of Finn Balor, and he's having a great NXT title.
And like Chris said, it's definitely reviving his career for sure.
But the story was not the match itself, like we all were saying. It was what happened after the match. So after Balor defeated Pete Dunne, of course, Pete Dunne's gang came out. They all whipped Balor's ass. Undisputed Era came out, made the save. If y'all saw Kyle O'Reilly, he put his hand out to Finn Balor, shook hands. They all were doing the Undisputed Era pose, and then out of nowhere, Adam Cole super kicks Finn Balor. They get into him and Roger Strong got into it. And then all of a sudden, Adam Cole super kicks O'Reilly. And Cole leaves out. Roger Strong don't know what the fuck just happened. And that's how NXT goes off. And we were sitting there like, oh, wow. Where are they going with this? So it looks like the Undisputed Era is done. And it looks like Cole is on his own. We don't know where Roger Strong's going to go. So we got a few questions answered on Wednesday because O'Reilly came out, wanted answers. Roger Strong came out there. He got into it, Roger Strong. Then Balor came out saying, we got unfinished business. Later on, they were in a 6-man tag team match. And at the end of the show at NXT, Adam Cole ended up attacking O'Reilly again. He gave him a brain buster on the steps. There was a story that they thought that O'Reilly had a seizure. And we all thought we got the news alert saying he had a seizure. Kind of find out it was no seizure. And I actually posted in the thing, so I apologize. I got the news early, but it was no seizure. It was just part of the storyline. He was okay. He was just telling it. But other than
a fan made that story up anyway too, so it's not like it came straight from WWE.
Yeah, it was a fake story.
It was from a fan in the crowd who just wanted their 5 minutes of attention, I guess.
Yeah, but then Adam Cole goes in the ring, super kicks Balor after Balor was down.
And that shit had me weak for some reason. Only because Finn Balor's looking at the ramp, and like as soon as he turns around, I'm like, oh, somebody's there. And then pow.
NXT does the greatest camera angles to let you know shit. If y'all watch NXT TakeOver, you should know how TakeOver's end. After the main event is over,
that watermark at the bottom right does not mean the show is ending.
That doesn't mean the show is over. We knew something. We felt something was coming at the end of TakeOver, and it happened.
I'm telling you, that watermark means jack shit. When you see that watermark at the end of a TakeOver show, just know some shit is about to happen.
So
it happened when Adam Cole debuted. It happened when Ciampa showed up again. When he turned heel.
That shit. That end of every NXT TakeOver, there's a moment that gets people talking.
I'm about to watch Brooklyn 3 after we're done here, boys.
That was a good ass.
Yeah, I'm putting something on right now.
Every time we talk about an NXT takeover, here come Lucas. You know what? I'm about to turn that on after this.
Lucas always finds a gem.
I love my takeovers, I guess.
Hey, he always finds a gem in the.
He always finds a gem to watch, man.
TakeOver Brooklyn 3. I remember that whole night how it unfolded too. I had to mute all notifications because I was at work that night. not mute him, but I just wasn't looking at my phone. I got off work 10 o'clock that night. TakeOver was long over, and everybody texting me, best TakeOver ever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right.
You better be glad we had the group chat back in the day, because you would have turned off all the notifications for the group chat.
I was in DNA at the time, but I did not go in there the whole night. I didn't go in there, and I got home probably 11. I turned it on. I watched it till 2 a.m. I tried really, really hard not to yell. When Adam Cole came out, I tried really hard not to yell. I was good with not watching spoilers or anything all night.
Oh, so you were good.
Yeah.
So my question to y'all: what's next with this storyline? Where do you think they're going next with this?
I like what Chris said, honestly. Only because if it happens, Chris and I are going to see this live, and I want to see Adam Cole versus Finn Balor for the NXT title at Mania.
Y'all think that's going to happen? Y'all think it's going to be Balor versus Cole at Mania?
I don't know. I still think Edge has got something to say about it.
And I think before that,
Tim, don't start that, man. Tim, don't do that. Tim,
don't
do it.
I think to determine the number one contender is
Chris froze.
Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly.
No, Chris ain't froze. I'm just looking at you.
Oh, my bad.
Yo, Chris didn't freeze. Chris is you just staring at him. Don't start that, man. Do not start it. Because remember, this spilled over to Tim's show that we were on.
Right.
Shout out to SDL that we were on. And it spilled over on the
bro.
It sure did. Y'all have Vic looking like, what is going on?
Yo, Tim, shout out to Vic, man. Tim's co-host for his podcast. Vic was like, what the hell is going on?
Vic was like,
I'm sitting there the whole time. I'm like, yo, Tim, just let him go. Just let him go. Let him go.
Oh, me and Chris getting in that shouting match.
That shit was hilarious. Tim was like, all right, I'm out of this.
That was good. That was good stuff.
Well, guess what? It's not going to happen on this show. I'm exhausted with trying to prove my point.
But
you know what? I don't want to get in the mood where I want to swing on Chris tonight. How about that? All right.
Y'all settle it Sunday when he come over your crib, man.
Huh? Ain't nothing to settle. Chris is gonna walk in my house, shake hands with me, and act like nothing ever happened. We're gonna watch the chamber and we're gonna talk our shit
until Ed shows up at NXT and challenges.
But what's he gonna do?
Finn Balor.
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna piss everybody off.
Hey, I'm kind of.
You know what? You know what I find so funny? Y'all really want this shit to start. I'm trying to be a good guy.
I'm not trying to start. Look, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done.
Hey,
first of all, Tim brought it up.
Now with this storyline, Edge is not going to interrupt this storyline.
Tim brought it up. I didn't say anything. I'm not trying to insinuate anything.
If that happened though, Chris would probably have to block my number for a whole week. if that were to happen by some miracle, if Edge were to show up on NXT Challenge Finn, so I want that title, Chris would be hot.
Roman Reigns would be bad. How dare you go down to another brand? How dare you go to another brand?
Would be livid.
Could you imagine Reigns or promo Reigns cuts?
I'd become an AEW fan and say that Sting is the best thing going right now.
Oh no.
Hey, where's Cap? Where's Cap when you need him?
Where's Cap, yo? Cap, hurry get your ass on this show, man. It's been more than 20 minutes. Cap was in the back of a police car when he saw the video. Cap, hurry bring your ass on the show, man. We're waiting on you, man. But anyways, we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out with NXT, man. It's definitely some good writing going on with NXT, man. It's gonna go in a
interrupt this whole storyline with the Undisputed Era. The way I see it, NXT has the Undisputed Era storyline going for them. SmackDown has Roman Reigns. I'm still trying to figure out what the best thing about Raw is right now. It's probably the whole Fiend storyline.
Come on, Alexa Bliss is the best thing going on in Raw right now.
Alexa Bliss.
We know, Tim. We know.
You already know.
I don't care what nobody's saying. I've said this before.
So,
Drew McIntyre is doing a good job of being a champ.
I think he is too, bro.
I agree 100%.
He's doing a good job.
I think he is too.
100%.
I think him getting the title again, since he's gotten the title back, this run has been a lot better than the first one, I want to say.
It should have never stopped the first run.
I think both runs are good.
Yes, I agree.
I think the second one was just slightly.
At the beginning of the pandemic, so I can understand how it started. It started off slowly. So I get that point. but each month he's gotten better, and so and I agree with you, Lucas. I think it was good for him to lose that title the first time and then to win it back. So I like this one better than the first one, but I think both of them were really good so far.
Like going back to what Big Key said, like he does, like you said, like I don't get why he lost the title. I felt like he needed to lose it for a little bit of time. He was going to get it back eventually, but I didn't expect him to get it back when he got it back. That's all I'm going to say.
Before he lost the title, the feuds they had, I mean, every feud that he had in succession was set up perfectly. He went from Rollins to Lashley to Ziggler. Yeah. I mean, everything lined up perfectly. And that was great, right? Remember, this was pandemic that was going on. I mean,
and he did a far better job being a champion than Trash Strowman.
You gotta give this dude some credit, man. I mean, come on, like for real, where he started with the company, Drew.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and then when he comes back, he finally gets his shot. All this pandemic stuff happens, and then he literally carries the company with Roman Reigns out and everybody else out with the Royal Rumble performance. I mean, there's not a lot of people that's done this like he's done it in the last year and a half, for real.
Turning him face was one of the best things that ever happened to him, man. And the crowd obviously got behind him, man. They
bringing him back to WWE was the best thing that happened to him. For him him getting fired was the best thing that happened to him. Him going to NXT and getting that buzz, and him being overseas getting that buzz was the best thing that happened to him. And
that was his decision to go. You know what I mean? That was his decision to go to NXT because Triple H wanted to bring him right to the main roster. And he was like, "Nah, I want to start. I want to start NXT."
Think about it.
See what that did?
Yeah.
He technically really did go straight to the main roster. Think about it.
Because
and then remember that's when Undisputed Era. That's when they debuted, when he was in NXT.
When he won the NXT title that night, that's when they debuted.
That's when they did, man. That was a hell of a debut when they came out.
Drew defended the title at the first NXT War Games, tore his bicep there.
It was against Andrade.
And was forced to lose to Andrade, yeah. And straight from there, they just said, fuck you. You know, when you come back, you're just going to go straight to the main roster. Like, you're definitely ready.
They've definitely done a good job with him, man. They definitely did this run. So.
I think the storylines and like the feuds that they put him in kind of set him up for the success that he's having right now, and it's probably one of the best title runs we've seen in a while.
I agree.
Even regardless of the situation going on in the world too with the pandemic, he's like I said, he's had a better title run than Braun Strowman. Braun's was boring, should have never happened. I will say it to this day.
I think his would have been better if there were crowds, bro. It
never would have happened if the pandemic never happened. I
agree with that too.
I agree.
I just think his title reign would have been a little better had there been crowd participation involved in that.
No, I'm not mad.
He's boring. He's boring without.
Tim, you gotta understand something. Tim, you gotta understand something. Lucas does not like Braun Strowman, but
I can see that.
You can tell he doesn't like Braun Strowman.
So Braun, put it to you like this: Braun Strowman can put on a 5-star match, and even stupid ass Meltzer would give him 5-star, and Lucas would be like, "Man, that's bullshit." But
because it wasn't in Japan.
It wasn't in the Tokyo Dome.
I have to agree with Lucas. Lucas is right though. Braun wouldn't have got that had Roman had it left.
Strowman's not gonna put on a 5-star match.
You're right about that. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, like, his time was coming and his time was building. That wasn't his time.
His time was coming. I agree. But
his time, he should have won the title a lot differently.
Yeah.
Correct. I agree with that.
Fact.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because they basically threw him.
He could have been a monster heel, being the Universal Champion and stuff like that. So I agree. I kind of feel like he was, he was gonna get the shit into the stick regardless because of the way the pandemic. Number one, he doesn't have that charisma. So we can't, and also people think he's the new Big Show. So a lot of people not taking him seriously, which I understand, but that's not his fault. You know what I mean? But I like this Braun now. Man, he leaned up. Yeah. I'm saying, he leaned up. I like this Braun Strowman, and I think.
Oh, he cut out.
And Chris cut out. He cut out. I'll bring him back in a minute. But anyways, well, that's NXT. Now, one more thing I want to address with regard to NXT. Now, it's, I sent in the group chat. Well, let me bring Chris back real quick, and then let him finish this point real quick. Then I'll get to the next story. All right, Chris, go ahead. Do you want to finish up and everything, and I'm gonna hit on the next topic I was gonna talk about.
I got locked out. So go ahead.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna say let you finish. Go ahead. Like,
yeah, you want to finish? Go ahead. I mean, I'll go ahead and finish.
I already said everything. I just simply said I like the way Braun Strowman's looking right now. He's he didn't leaned up. I can kind of take him seriously now. But like I said, I'm with Tim on that one, and I'm with Lucas on that one too. Braun would have been better had he had the crowd with him. Had he had the crowd with him, but
now, quick question before we move on to the next topic. Do you guys think Braun somehow finds a way into the men's chamber this Sunday?
I don't know about that.
I don't know who you.
I think so. I don't know you guys why when we get to that. All right.
I don't know who we take out unless Seth Rollins comes out and beats up Daniel Bryan, and then you have some stupid Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan.
Let's save that to the chamber.
I was gonna say when we get to that topic in that match, I'm gonna tell you guys who you take out.
Yeah, we're gonna get to
that. Crazy, but I think it's gonna happen.
All right, we'll get to that in a minute. One more story regarding NXT. Know y'all saw the story coming out about Triple H wanting to do a second NXT show called NXT Evolve. So, from what I heard, they've already started shooting, and they actually started shooting some matches for this. And there's actually going to be a title for them to fight over. So, we don't know everything in regards to this, but what do y'all think about NXT Evolve? I mean, is it another show which y'all watch? Is it too much NXT? Is it giving a lot of superstars a chance to perform? What's y'all thoughts, man? Lucas, go ahead.
I saw this on Twitter, somebody talking about it, and I kind of agree with it. I say you make that show for all the under-established NXT stars. So like the new signees, the people who aren't like really established with the crowd yet or kind of haven't gotten their name known yet. I say you put all of them on that show. You keep regular NXT for like all the guys who are established already, like the Tommaso Ciampas, the Johnny Garganos, the Adam Coles, the Finn Balors, all those guys. Hell, even you maybe take some of the bottom tier people on NXT, you throw them on Evolve, and call me crazy when I say this. For the people on Raw and SmackDown not doing shit, bring them back to the regular NXT roster. Because if you're gonna take all the talent that you don't utilize weekly and put them on Evolve to utilize, your roster is gonna be cut a little short. So I say instead of trying to go with a certain amount of guys, bring back some guys from the Raw and SmackDown men's division and some chicks from the women's division from both brands. At least the ones who are not being utilized weekly on TV. You know what I'm saying? Take them there to give them more.
People like the No Way Jose's. I know he's not there, but the people like the No Way Jose.
Basically, yeah. Send them back down to NXT and let them do their thing over there.
I mean, here's my personal opinion. I agree with Lucas in the sense that it's got to be, obviously a separate show, but with the same thought process and outline around, the younger talent, the lesser known talent, all that kind of stuff. But I really loved NXT when it was NXT first started, you know what I'm saying? Because it was so many hungry, grinding athletes. And those same athletes are still grinding now in NXT, some of them, which is why I love NXT so much. But I think that needs to be a network only program. You can't put it on TV. It's going to be way too much. It's the Evolve show. That's the Evolve show. It has to be network only and give these people a shot, just like you did with NXT. Give these young kids a shot to grind and make their own name, make their own mistakes, do what they do, and allow them to work their way up. But it's got to be a network only show, and you can't bring that to television. You just can't.
No, I agree.
I definitely agree 100%.
This does not need to go on the USA. Don't put it on any kind of network. Let's go on the WWE network. Let these guys, quote unquote, evolve. And then, let it be like a lot of developmental. And then, because you already have NXT as a major brand. And even some of the guys on 205 Live, put them on Evolve. Help them out and everything. Yeah, put them on Evolve too. I think this is gonna work. I kind of like the concept of what's going on here. I mean, it's not a totally bad idea. A lot of people are not gonna like it because the casual wrestling fan, it's another wrestling show for us to watch. You know, a lot of people saying, you know, it's too much. You got NXT, you got SmackDown, Raw. I'm like, shut up.
I don't give a fuck. There's no such thing as too much wrestling.
There's no such thing as too much wrestling. I love shit.
Right,
I got wrestling every damn
shit,
night.
You know?
I mean, you got NXT, you got Raw, you got SmackDown, you got NXT UK, AEW, Ring of Honor. I mean, come on now, we got a lot of shows going on. I mean, so I'm like, don't complain about what's all these shows. I'm like, enjoy it. One last thing about NXT, and I promise we're gonna be done. 2 signings. LA Knight, as y'all used to know as Eli Drake, signed with NXT. I think he's gonna be. The name. It'll take time to grow.
I like it.
It'll grow. He's a great talker.
I like it already though.
If y'all know his time from Impact and the NWA, y'all know he's a great talker. So I think he's gonna do big things in NXT. So definitely looking forward to that. And also they signed Taya Valkyrie. If y'all don't know who that is, that is John Morrison's. Huh?
No, it's John Morrison's girl, right?
That is John Morrison's wife, the Taya Valkyrie. She was signed. Nowhere when she'll debut. So
for some reason, I thought that was Pete Dunne's girl.
but they NXT got 2 new signings. They'll be debuting soon. I know LA Knight has already started vignettes on NXT, so he'll probably debut.
Yeah, Cameron got up to his house and he told him to get away.
Yeah,
and then he said, "Hold up," and started talking his shit.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to be a good addition to NXT. But that's going to NXT. That's NXT talk. We're done with that. I know we'll talk about that all night. But next, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view is coming up on Sunday. Let me go over the card real quick and then we'll discuss it. As of right now, they only have 4 matches, and we're going to get to why in just a minute. The 2 Elimination Chamber matches, you got on the Raw side, is actually going to be for the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre is defending the title against AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Kofi Kingston, who was just added to the match after beating The Miz on Monday Night Raw. It was supposed to be The Miz. He took himself out, which we're going to talk about that in a minute, which is a strategic move, which I liked. So we're going to talk about that in a minute in regards to him pulling out. The other match that we have is the other Elimination Chamber match is actually going to be a number 1. It was supposed to be a Universal Championship match, but you know the big dog runs things on SmackDown. He told Adam Pearce, no, this ain't going to be for the Universal Championship, but the winner's going to be able to face me. So it's going to be a number 1 contender, and then after that match, the winner of that match gets a shot at Roman Reigns that same night at the Elimination Chamber. So here are the participants in the Universal Championship number 1 contenders match. Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan. It's going to be an excellent Elimination Chamber match on the SmackDown side. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm living. Also, it was supposed to be Asuka versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's title. Elimination Chamber.
Next.
But she got pregnant by Ric Flair, huh?
But she got pregnant by Ric Flair. Yeah, Lacey Evans got pregnant by
Wilson.
Well, in real life, Lacey Evans is pregnant. Congratulations to her and her husband. This is going to be their second child. Congratulations to them. So Lacey Evans is a scratch. So that match is not won't happen.
Lacey Evans is so trash.
No.
Hey, Chris, guess what?
She was the female Patriot. She came in as the female Patriot. Y'all remember the Patriot?
Y'all remember Rusev? The Bulgarian Patriot?
Rusev Crush. All right, and then the last match, Bobby Lashley is defending the U.S. title against supposedly Keith Lee and Riddle, but what we learned over the past week, Keith Lee's not going to end up being part of the match. They even say the reason he wasn't, he's going to be, as y'all know. Oh, by the way, congratulations to Keith Lee and Mia Yim for being engaged. Shut up, Tim.
You got your girl, dog. That's why they about to go have some fun somewhere, bro.
This dude right here. Y'all see him? Yeah, he mad.
Oh, this way, right here, all the way up there. He big mad.
He's big mad. Look at him. You don't want to show his face.
Yeah, he mad.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's pissed.
He's not happy,
He's
bro.
big mad.
That guy right there, he has a problem with that. That dude right there is pissed.
All y'all can go to
Oh, yeah,
hell.
that guy right
All
there,
y'all
he's
can
mad.
go to hell.
That's what
I
you
can
look.
go to hell.
That's what you
Mia-
get.
Go to hell.
Mia,
Do I need to bring up what happened before we hopped in here?
Mia, I want you to think about something for a minute, babe. And
I'll be girl
Mia,
watching this right now.
I want you to reconsider. I mean, I know Keith Lee's a great guy, but
I
his
hope
theme
your
music,
girl
I mean,
watches this to fire your ass up. I hope you get a text message now, and I hope you like, oh,
Right, I
oh,
expect
hope
a whole
you
text message
And
from
you know
her.
what?
She
I'm
gonna be
instigate
Fire you
I'm
up, sir.
instigate shit on Facebook. Don't trip. I'm instigating the
look,
fuck
hold
out
on.
of it. Yeah, leave your ass.
Look,
But anyways, me and yo, congratulations to her and Keith Lee on their engagements. I wish them nothing but the worst. But
that's what you get for crushing. That's what you get for crushing on such a mediocre girl.
Ooh.
No, you didn't, Tim.
Yeah, dog. She's
You didn't, Tim. Get off my show.
mediocrity at its finest, right there.
Get
But
off my
I
show,
don't
Tim.
know what you want from me. Sorry,
Okay,
dog.
we might have to let them go the way they let us go last.
Oh no, hell no! He gonna be talking about my damn Mia Yim. All right, well, fuck it, fine. Mia Yim versus Alexa Bliss. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, we could do that if you want to. Alexa Bliss has had more wins in 2021 than Mia Kim has in how long?
Leave my Mia alone, okay?
Look, she all right.
Yeah,
She all right.
She's going through some things right now, but she'll be all right. But yeah, we don't know what's going on. We don't shut up. We don't know what's going to happen with this U.S. title match. I don't know if Lashley's going to be facing Riddle or we don't know yet, but we'll see what happens there. Now with the Elimination Chamber, I know we're going to make our predictions, but Lucas, I know you wanted to make a point in regards to what you think is going to happen in the men's Raw Elimination Chamber match.
So I was talking about this with one of my friends who actually goes to my gym. Shout out to the homie Matt. Chris, he might join us Sunday for the chamber. He was saying, because I've been telling him like the Fiend's possibly going to show up on Sunday. Debuts new look. I think if the Fiend does, I can see him taking Orton out of the match before he even comes out of his pod.
Oh.
Now this prediction will get canceled immediately if Orton starts the match. But if Orton is in one of those pods, I could see the Fiend possibly ripping him underneath like the pod or whatever. And Orton doesn't even get in the match, and then I think that's where Braun Strowman possibly comes in.
Yeah.
And with the use of technology and no fans in attendance, they can choose which pod Orton goes in, and there'll probably be like a latch or something, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Underneath there, I can see that.
Or the Fiend takes his spot in the chamber. Who knows?
Or the Fiend just pops out of nowhere and comes into the Elimination Chamber. We've seen it happen in previous years. I think Shawn Michaels showed up in the Elimination Chamber out of nowhere.
Super kicked Undertaker.
When he super kicked Undertaker,
that's fuck off. I was a senior in high school, mad as all hell that Taker had lost the title. I was like,
so that might be a surprise. Anybody else got any other surprises that we're going to see? I didn't think Kofi was going to be in there, but I did like the move.
I think Edge makes a decision on Sunday.
What's his
End of the show. I think he makes a decision.
You think after that? Well, after the
match
between Reigns and the number one contender.
I think whoever Reigns beats, which I think Cesaro comes out of that men's Raw.
I say Cesaro too. I was getting ready to say I think Cesaro is going to win the Elimination Chamber.
What?
And I think,
but the problem is though, and here's what really scares me is I don't want Cesaro to win that chamber and then just have him get absolutely squashed by Roman Reigns. Now,
then who's your other pick then?
No, hold up. Now that chamber match is like the first match of the night, and Roman doesn't have to face them until later. Totally different story.
So, I mean, here's what I'm thinking. With Drew in the match, I think Edge's only real option is Drew at this point. Right?
Okay, I need an explanation in regards to this.
With Drew McIntyre in the match, right? The Blue Brands match is for the number one contendership, right?
Well, that's because.
But there's another pay-per-view after Elimination Chamber.
I know there's another one.
It's Fastlane.
Fastlane, right?
Fastlane, which is the most pointless pay-per-view of all time, in my opinion.
Thank you. I agree.
Person I went to Fastlane a few years ago.
Jesus, but I don't know. If Edge is going to make his decision, he's not going to make it when there's a number one contender in the wings waiting.
Why not?
Wait a minute, Tim. Okay.
Why would he wait till
Hold on,
Fastlane?
Tim. I think
There's no build-up.
Hold on, Tim.
At that point.
That's what I'm saying.
Tim, do you think the number one contender is for the Mania match, or you think it's for that night?
No. It's the number one contender is only for Roman Reigns for that night.
Okay,
so they can squash that at Fastlane and call it a day. But if Edge is going to make an announcement, like Lucas was saying, he's not going to make an announcement when there was just a number one contender call for the title that he wants to go for. I don't think that makes much sense.
Edge won't make the announcement until after Fastlane.
Right. So with the whole what Lucas just say, like there's really nothing after the Elimination Chamber. There's no impact. It's Elimination Chamber, it's Fastlane, and it's WrestleMania. Right.
I don't get the Fastlane pay-per-view though.
I don't either. But I don't believe on the flip side that Miz is going to cash in at WrestleMania like Seth Rollins did. Therefore, I believe he is going to cash in at Elimination Chamber. Because he's not going to do it at Fastlane. Again, it's just not enough hype for the Money in the Bank contract, in my opinion. I think he cashes in, and he's the Red Brand's champion.
Yeah, because at some point he's got to cash his suitcase in at some point.
Right.
It's like
then it'll be Miz and Drew at Fastlane just to do a rematch, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, but at WrestleMania, what's the title match at WrestleMania?
I don't know. We'll see what they build to. But at this point, I don't think that Red Brand is decided at all yet.
So you still think this up in the air? So when would you predict that Miz actually cashes in? Does it at the end of the match when the match is completely over? Do you think McIntyre's the last one in there, and then he comes and attacks him after that, or? Yeah,
I think he does. I mean, he's got to. I don't know. I don't know how McIntyre is going to look at the end of the match, but that's going to be the most opportune time. And who knows, with Edge being the his iconic Money in the Bank cash in was at Elimination Chamber, right?
Yeah.
So who knows if he has something to do with that, where he's like, I'm going to help you with Drew, and then I got you at WrestleMania.
No, Edge cashed in money. Edge cashed in Money in the Bank at New Year's Revolution.
No, but he did do it at Elimination Chamber too, right?
No, the Elimination Chamber match happened at New Year's Revolution.
Right, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I mean. The match itself. Yeah.
Cena was a bloody mess.
Yeah, it was against Cena. Yeah.
Y'all remember that shit? Oh my god! I think Cena had lost so much blood, man. Oh my god!
So who knows? Maybe that's far stretched, but I just don't think the Miz is going to cash in at WrestleMania, and there's really no other opportunities for him to do that.
No, I don't believe Miz. I don't think Miz. I think Rollins is going to still be the only other person that ever cashes in at WrestleMania. It's just the moment he did it was perfect.
Right.
So I can't see the Miz doing something like that. Plus, there's no. I mean, you're still going to have a crowd. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's one of those. Seth Rollins, man, it was one of those moments where you're like, I remember where I was when this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the exact room I was in, the position I was laying in, like who was in the room. Like, I remember everything
when his
about
song came in, and then I heard Cole going crazy, and you saw Rollins running down to the ring with the suitcase. Everybody was like, "Holy shit, he's ready to cash in!" Yeah, I remember that whole crowd was going nuts.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Unbelievable. That was a great cash in. I think that's probably one of my favorite.
You should never ever let anyone cash in Money in the Bank at Mania ever again.
Never. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Miz is going to do it.
Happen. Nah,
I think he's got to do it at the Chamber, whether he wins or not. He's got to cash it in.
Does he fail though?
I don't think so. I think I really, for some reason, just feel like he is overdue for another title reign. Like he's put work in. He's worked his ass off for a long time in that mid card kind of range and outshined everybody. I think it's his time.
Tim, I think he fails.
You think so?
I can't see. I don't know, man. I can't see McIntyre. Can't lose the title again, man. Just come on, bro. He just got it back in November, December. I can't see that he just got it back in November. Then you want to lose it again? This flip flopping. I can't see that, man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, eventually The Miz is gonna. I mean, we don't know. But I don't see how that's gonna happen. We don't know. But that's what I like is predictability. We don't know what's gonna happen. Anything can happen. So we'll see what happens in the Elimination Chamber. But the Raw Chamber, I really do think in that match, I think McIntyre does retain the title, and then I think Cesaro wins. Other than that, those pretty much are the two main matches they got at Elimination Chamber. I mean, the United States match, I think Bobby Lashley obviously wins. But I think Keith Lee and Lashley are going to face at WrestleMania, and it's going to be for the U.S. title. So don't be surprised. Now, there are rumors here that Bobby Lashley might face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So there's a possibility that Lashley drops the title and then focuses on the Lashley on the Lesnar feud. It could. That's a possibility, but I just don't. But other than that, I think it's going to be Keith Lee taking the title off of Lashley at WrestleMania. Which makes Fastlane a totally just. I don't understand why there's a pay-per-view for that.
I mean, I know there's a gap between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, and that's a lot of weekly shows you got to do without a payoff.
But hold on. But here's the thing about it: they've done that before, though. Remember, before the Fastlane pay-per-views, the Elimination Chamber was the last show before Mania, and they gave you enough time between Chamber and Mania to build up a lot of the storylines. I mean, I know it was like a long time where there's no pay-per-view. I used to hate it myself, but after a while, you learn how to like it because you get a lot of those build-up matches on Raw and SmackDown to make it more. It's like the story build-up is more. Fastlane feels like it's going to be thrown together. I feel like it's going to be a bunch of rematches.
It normally is.
Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of rematches. It's going to be like probably number one contender matches for Mania or just matches. Just I mean, I really don't feel. Honestly, I think they're going to do away with Fastlane after this year. And I think they're going to do the proper build.
I mean, it's been years since they had a fast lane.
Yeah, what was it? I think last year they didn't have a fast lane, did they?
The last one they had was 2018.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's not a necessary pay-per-view, but then still.
They had one in 2019. That was when the Shield had their last tag team match, remember?
Yeah, that's right. That is right. So, but we're looking forward to regards to that. So, Elimination Chamber this Sunday live on the WWE Network at 7 o'clock. So, make sure y'all tune in and see that. The road to WrestleMania is continuing. All right, with that being said, we are getting to our main event topic of the week. We're talking about the Elimination Chamber moments. Now, typically we do a top 5, but I mean, I know we discussed in the group chat how we wanted to do this. Regarding, I mean, I know some of y'all, did y'all want to just talk about your favorite Elimination Chamber moments, your matches? I mean, anybody want to start off the conversation on how they want to do it? If y'all want to do top 5, be my guest.
I'm going, you know what, Rick's not here. Go ahead.
We already promised Chris he can go last. Ricky always outshines us when it comes to top 5. So, but anyways, Cap is commenting. Where the hell is Cap at? He's commenting. What? Cap, come on.
I'm still here.
No, not you. Look, talking about Cap.
I know he's. he's in the group chat commenting on everybody's stuff, and he's like, "Bro, come on, get on the show."
Right.
I'm like, Cap. He's like, "Woo! Do you want to be on the show or not?" Anyways, we'll get to him in just a minute.
Right.
I don't know. He'll probably pop up somewhere, but. All right, who wants to start with the Elimination Chamber moments, matches, anything that sticks out to you?
Look, we can all agree that the first ever one is probably the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yes. The first ever one was definitely the GOAT.
This is Michael's one, too.
I think I have to object to that, but okay.
Okay.
Chris, all right, what you got, Chris?
The Elimination Chamber from SummerSlam 2003.
Thank you. I was going to say.
Where Goldberg was just killing everybody?
Yes, the brutality of that fucking match, bro.
Bruh. Every time they show it on WWE, they always have to put it in gray because they don't want to show blood.
Right.
Man.
That was a bloody match, bro. I remember that shit.
That's my favorite one.
Yo, that's the one Michaels won. Michaels won the title?
Everybody. When he speared Jericho through that pod.
Triple H won 2003.
Triple H won. What's the one that Michaels won? Remember we said his ring gear was shitty. That's his ring gear.
It was with that brown ring gear. That was like that was when he made his comeback though from that long hiatus he had, and he was all, come back as a new person, dude. And then he came back in like brown, ugly pants.
I think Triple H has
soccer mom haircut.
Yeah, I think Triple H has bleed. I think Triple H breaks the record for most blood loss in Elimination Chamber history.
That was honestly if I have to pick my favorite, because I'm such a big Shawn Michaels fan, I have to say that Survivor Series 2002 with Shawn Michaels.
Same, the first ever one.
That's my favorite one.
I enjoyed that one as well. That was a good one. That super kick on Triple H when Triple H was about to hit that pedigree. Michaels ducked it and then hit him with the super kick and covered him. That crowd went nuts, man. I remember Jim Ross on commentary.
Low-key, one that doesn't get talked about as much is I think call me crazy. I think the one that ECW had, that December to Dismember one, the Extreme Elimination Chamber.
With Bobby Lashley and the Big Show and
I didn't think y'all was gonna talk about that.
Was in there, Rob Van Dam.
I low-key like that one. I just watched it the other night, not too long ago.
Was it Hardcore Holly was in there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. RVD,
it was different because with the weapons and everything. And
right.
It was the first ever ECW. That was definitely a different one. I enjoyed that one as well. That was definitely a good one. Another one I had was what's the other one I had? Oh, when Bray Wyatt won the WWE title, 2017.
That was a pretty good one. Yeah,
that was a good one. That's when I remember we went crazy. Did we all? When we were on the same group, were we in DNA back in 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were all happy because they finally put the title on Bray Wyatt.
And you know which one I know Chris likes? The 2012 Elimination Chamber match. Chris likes that one because CM Punk won.
Phil Brooks won. Phil Brooks won that one. That was the only one he was in, right?
No, he was in. I think he was in another one.
Was he in the ECW one?
No, not that match that we just talked about. But I think he was in another one. I'll have to look it up.
Another one I was a favorite of mine because I wrote a couple of these down. Elimination Chamber 2019, Daniel Bryan. That's when Kofi Kingston started that run.
Yeah, that's when Kofi Mania started.
That's when Kofi Mania started. I remember Kofi was the last one. Remember, I was like, yo, everybody. That's when Ali got mad. Mustafa Ali got mad. And he had replaced Mustafa Ali inside the chamber, and Kofi came in, and that's when the whole thing with Kofi Mania started. He had a good ending with him and Daniel Bryan. That was definitely good.
New Year's Revolution 2006.
Yo, that in chamber match was lit.
Yeah.
And then the Edge cashed in at the ending when Vince McMahon came out there. You heard Edge's music came on. He came out with Lita in the suitcase. I was like, oh shit, and cash in.
And Edge was, or CM Punk was in one in 2011 too. That was the one where John Cena won to face a Miz at WrestleMania. Everybody already knew kind of what was going to happen. You remember that one?
Yeah. Some of these have been, the Elimination Chambers have been a little bit predictable in regards to who's going to win. Now, as far as the eliminations concerned, some of the eliminations were socky because, especially when Bray Wyatt, did he eliminate Cena and another person? Who did he eliminate? He eliminated two people, didn't he?
Was it
Styles?
Styles. Okay.
He beat Styles and he beat Cena to win the WWE Championship. So that was definitely some good moments from the Elimination Chamber. There haven't been too many, but you'll have some good moments here and there regarding the Elimination Chamber.
I mean, anytime somebody goes through one of those pods, bro, it's always dope. Or Kofi climbs up on top of one or something like that. It's those little moments that you can create. I mean, at the end of the day, in my opinion, this match itself is one of the best matches, like gimmick matches that WWE's ever come out with. Like, obviously Royal Rumble is Royal Rumble and we love that, but Elimination Chamber is just super dope.
But let me ask you a question with that being said. I know Lucas mentioned it on the last show, and I know we all had different opinions about it. Now, other than the gimmick matches, should they have their own pay-per-views or should they be featured at some kind of different pay-per-view? Like Hell in a Cell.
These kind of matches carry their own weight. I mean, like I watch Hell in a Cell for a Hell in a Cell match. I watch the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for the Elimination Chamber match, and I watch Royal Rumble for the Royal Rumble match. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Okay, Money in the Bank, same thing. I can't take like a let's say a street fight, and then it's a street fight pay-per-view. Like that shit's not interesting to me. But a whole match concept like this, I dig that as a whole pay-per-view. Like that's literally WWE has made their mark on doing that.
So you agree with keeping the gimmick matches as pay-per-view events?
I do,
You're
yeah,
okay with
absolutely,
that? Okay.
absolutely. Now, if you want to throw at a WrestleMania, you want to throw a Hell in a Cell and an Elimination Chamber in there, I'm with it. You already got Royal Rumble in there.
Yo, that shit would
You
be,
know?
the one thing that we always been talking about, NXT needs to do an Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I mean, they got the War Games, they got their own gimmicks, that they have.
Which
But
is dope.
Right, but if you want to throw an Elimination Chamber match at WrestleMania, cool, do that too. I'm good with that.
Bruh,
War Games is
run it
so
back.
dope to see live. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I don't think the main roster could do a War Games match. It just wouldn't fit right.
Fuck no.
No, I would never want to see.
Nah, I don't think so.
Drew McIntyre inside of War Games. Although with the paint and everything, they probably do like the whole paint with all the paint on their face and the Warriors and shit like that. That would be kind of dope. But I would never want to see like Roman Reigns inside of War Games.
Nah.
No. I would never want to see that. I'm glad NXT has their own concepts. I do know Bobby Lashley had discussed.
Look, I feel like War Games is made to settle feuds between factions.
Yeah. Now, yeah. I mean, and it's really always been like that.
Yeah.
You go back to like the Four Horsemen and all that kind of stuff. So it's really always been that way.
Yeah.
And there's not many factions in the main roster right now.
Yeah. Undisputed Era will not be part of War Games this year. They won't be a part of War Games this year. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with War Games this year without Undisputed Era. This is going to be really, really good. I think this might be really good without Undisputed Era in War Games this year. I'd like to see who the two teams are going to be inside of War Games this year. That's going to be some fun shit. I can definitely see how they're going to do that. So, but yeah. So those were our favorites from Elimination Chamber. So, what are y'all thoughts, man? Let us know. Join the chat or always comment on Wrestling Talk Radio, man, or shoot me an email in regards to what y'all favorite moments from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-views have been. If there's something that sticks out to you, let us know. Let me ask y'all a question. Are there any matches, non-Elimination Chamber matches that y'all have been fans of? I don't remember that many matches at Elimination Chamber.
I remember back, I think it was 2010 when Cena won and then Batista came out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was kind of outside of the chamber, and that was kind of dope. But I mean, a lot of the
I would definitely remember that too. That was a good ass.
That was dope.
That was dope.
Because Vince came out first, and you were like, "Oh, what's happening?" And then they just started a match with Batista and Cena. That was kind of dope.
Yeah, that was dope. But yeah, Elimination Chamber, I mean, we're all clearly going to remember it for being the chamber match. But there have been a couple of good matches, Elimination Chamber, but it's mainly the chamber match. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our talk trivia.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Speaking of Elimination Chamber, these are all Elimination Chamber. Y'all should have known what direction I was going in with the trivia questions. Y'all should have saw this coming. All right. So, question 1. Everybody there? Because I want nobody to be like I'm cheating them. They can't hear. So, everybody ready to chime in?
All right, man, leave them on mute. I'll win this one. What is it, like $100 gift card or something?
It ain't no $100 gift card. I'll tell you that right now.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Still win this.
I'm out of here then.
All right, number 1. Name 2 of the 4 titles other than the major titles on each brand that have been defended inside Elimination Chamber.
Tag team title and the Intercontinental title.
There you go. That's 1 for Chris. All right, who has the most eliminations in Elimination Chamber history?
Triple H.
Braun Strowman.
No.
John Cena.
Batista?
No.
Super Cena?
No.
Who has the most eliminations in an Elimination Chamber match?
Chamber history?
Edge?
No.
Chris Jericho.
Got it. Jericho has the most eliminations in Elimination Chamber history.
Really?
I should have put the number down, so my bad, Joe. All right. This wrestler has never been inside the Elimination Chamber and has never had a match at Elimination Chamber.
Hulk Hogan.
Ultimate Warrior.
Brock Lesnar.
Got it. Damn, Chris got it. Yeah, Brock Lesnar has never been inside Elimination Chamber, and he's never actually had a match at the Elimination Chamber. Remember, he lost the title to Eddie Guerrero at No Way Out.
Facts.
Yeah, he lost it at No Way Out. That was not even an Elimination Chamber.
Right.
All right, so I'll finish it off. Chris, you pretty much have won. All right, number 4. What was unique about the 2018 Elimination Chamber match?
There was a females one?
No, well, that was that one, and there's another one, the men's side. What was unique about that match?
Damn, that's a good question that I don't have the answer to.
You said 2018.
What was unique about the 2018 Elimination Chamber match?
There were 7 guys in it.
There you go. That was the only chamber match that had 7 competitors in it.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, and then at SummerSlam 2003, Triple H defended and retained his title inside Elimination Chamber by defeating Goldberg, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and this wrestler.
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash, yep.
Kevin Nash. There you go. So, Chris, let me put Chris's
I
point
still
up there.
won, motherfuckers.
So, Chris, this makes 5.
Wow.
Chris needs 5 more wins. Lucas has 3. Chris has 5. Cap has 1. Trevor has none. Ricky has. Damn, Ricky won 1?
Wait, hold on. I missed
Hey,
it.
hold on, wait, hold on. Hey, say hello to the 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times.
Chris needs 5 more wins
I
to get
missed
the
the first
prize.
2 questions. I wasn't here, so you're just lucky.
Oh, God.
You wouldn't have won anyway. There was shit you didn't know. You too young, baby.
These weren't, and these chamber matches weren't that old.
He said in 2008, who was the only wrestler in the match to wear a singlet?
Oh, what?
A singlet. Chris got it right.
Was it Santino?
No, it was Finley. Chris got it right.
It's Chris Benoit.
Dun-dun-dun.
On that note, it's time for me to go.
Oh, man. Anyways, that's the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you for tuning in. As always, make sure y'all like us on Facebook. Make sure y'all like us on Instagram. Thank y'all again, man, for y'all coming on. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure y'all subscribe so that way y'all can know when we go live like we are now and when we post content up here to the page. Our next show is probably going to be coming in March, I believe, probably right before Fastlane.
Fuck Cap.
And Cap, unfortunately, he said he's helping his mom move, so he has a good reason for not to be here. But Cap,
That man called us behind a police car.
Yes, he's helping his mom move, and then got stopped by the police. So unfortunately, Cap, but hopefully we'll have Cap on next time, man, and he'll give us he'll bring his fuckery to the show as always. But y'all guys, any shout outs y'all want to give before we head out? Tim,
Nope.
the show.
Yeah. Hold on, let me give a couple shout outs.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Let me give a shout out to my homies. You already know the ones: Bob, Laro, Greg, EJ, Fred, Sean, all them. You know my boy Lucas, my boy Big Keys, Big Cap, Big Tim. You know what I'm saying? How we do. Want to give a shout out to my family, to my girl, to my kids. And all that. You know what I'm saying? And also, Edge is not challenging for the NXT title. Fuck y'all. Bye.
All right. Well, I didn't. He just won a Grammy, I think, on this show.
All right, Tim, any shout outs? I know your podcast. I know you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me on again. I'd love to come back whenever you have me. Go ahead and follow the Stats Don't Lie.
Addition.
Say what?
So we should make Tim a permanent addition if he has.
Hey, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I got the time. I got the time.
He's part of the group chat. He's already part of the group chat.
I thought Tim was already permanent.
So hey, I'm in there, baby.
We need to
bring him up. Yeah,
and we need to get him a chain.
I need sworn in, bro. I need like what is it's either this or this. I don't know.
When you got
Wrestling Talk Radio shirts and hats coming soon.
Hey,
coming
soon.
I'm there, baby. I'm in it. No, go follow the Stats Don't Lie page. I'm going to have these guys on soon enough whenever we get some more episodes straightened out. Like I said, we just got done interviewing our first two professional athletes on the show, so y'all check that out. It's on YouTube. Just search SDL Pod, and y'all be able to find this pretty dope. So I appreciate y'all having me, and I am ecstatic about being a part of the group.
Damn.
Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team.
I can't cross my fingers, yo. My fingers are retarded.
Tim, since you are now officially permanent, you know what it is.
Wait a minute, there you go.
What it is.
There it is. There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
Let's go.
Who wants a super kick? So who's gonna super kick Cap?
And I know, and Cap is probably giving you a kick. So.
I mean, I would love to.
Is that a John Moran jersey?
It is.
Fire.
I like that jersey though. Lucas, any shout outs, Lucas? Why you showing off your jersey?
Yeah, man. Shout out to your jersey guy, bro.
Yeah. Lucas stays on point with the jerseys, y'all, man. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
My collection just is on point.
It's definitely on point.
Even got a Stupid Kid jersey.
That's what's up. But yo, shout out to my girl. She'll be here. I know the past 2 weekends, babe. We haven't been in get together because of inclement weather she's been having. She's in Richmond right now. Love you, girl. Shout out to my squad, all y'all. Lucas, T, Cap, all y'all. Appreciate every one of y'all.
Yes,
Everyone
sir.
who subscribed, I appreciate all y'all. Special shout out to my nephew Cameron. His son is going to be on the way. My great is coming in the next few days, y'all.
Let's
next
go,
wrestling fan, Caden Russell. He's coming. I don't know his middle name yet, unfortunately. Yeah, but Caden is coming soon. I already showed I got a wrestling belt already ready for you, buddy. We're just waiting for you to come any day now. I already told my nephew, I said, y'all, I'm bringing him to wrestling shows. Once wrestling shows come back, I'm bringing him to his first wrestling show.
Hey, that's your job as an uncle, bro.
That's my job as an uncle. I'm gonna bring him to wrestling shows, and he's gonna be jumping off the couch, and my nephew's gonna be calling me saying, "Yeah, I need you to pay for his broken arm that he got because he jumped off the top of the couch." So my nephew
that ain't got nothing to do with me.
He can't watch SmackDown anymore with you because too much and everything. But yeah, shout out to my nephew and his girlfriend Heavenly. The baby is coming on the way. I know last time I heard she has yet, but I know in the next few days she will deliver. So shout out to wrestling coming into the world, and hopefully the next wrestling fan that we're gonna have on the show. So he's gonna be a wrestling fan just like his uncle is. So definitely shout out to them, shout out to the whole fam and everything. So, but anyways, we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. And like I said, next show's coming for Fast Lane. Right there, get right there, yes sir. And as we say here in Talk, we're not just wrestling fans. We're wrestling fans.
Wrestling.
It's time. Deuces.